Preserving heirloom seeds, cultivating diversity in agricultural crops. In a world increasingly dominated by industrial agriculture and genetically modified organisms (GMOs), the importance of preserving heirloom seeds cannot be overstated. Heirloom seeds are not just seeds, they are living connections to our agricultural past, repositories of genetic diversity, and keys to a more sustainable and resilient future. The significance of heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are open-pollinated plant varieties that have been carefully cultivated and saved for generations. Unlike modern hybrid seeds, which are often developed for specific commercial traits, heirloom seeds evolve naturally, adapting to local environments over time. This long history of cultivation results in plants that are uniquely suited to their ecosystems, displaying robust resistance to pests, diseases, and changing climate conditions. Biodiversity and resilience. One of the most compelling reasons to preserve heirloom seeds is their role in maintaining biodiversity. The narrowing of crop varieties in modern agriculture has led to a loss of genetic diversity, making crops more susceptible to diseases and pests. Heirloom seeds, with their diverse genetic makeup, offer a solution to this vulnerability. By cultivating a wide array of heirloom crops, farmers and gardeners contribute to the preservation of genetic resources that can be tapped into when new challenges arise. Cultural and culinary heritage. Heirloom seeds also have cultural and culinary significance. These seeds often carry stories of communities, traditions, and histories, reflecting the cultural heritage of different regions. Beyond their stories, heirloom plants offer a diverse range of flavors, colors, and textures that might be absent in standardized commercial crops. This diversity enriches our diets and culinary experiences, while also offering opportunities for niche markets and specialty products. Challenges in preservation. Preserving heirloom seeds does come with challenges. As industrial agriculture expands and monoculture becomes more prevalent, heirloom varieties risk being displaced by high-yielding but genetically uniform hybrid and GMO crops. Additionally, the knowledge and practices required for saving heirloom seeds need to be passed down from one generation to the next. If this knowledge is lost, the invaluable genetic diversity stored in these seeds could disappear forever. The role of seed banks and community efforts. In the face of modern agricultural challenges and the increasing homogenization of crop varieties, seed banks and community efforts play a critical role in preserving heirloom seeds and promoting agricultural diversity. Seed banks, guardians of genetic wealth. Seed banks are institutions that serve as repositories for a wide range of plant genetic resources. They meticulously collect, catalog, and store seeds from heirloom and traditional crop varieties. These banks ensure that the genetic diversity contained within these seeds is safeguarded for future generations. By storing seeds under controlled conditions, seed banks can prolong their viability, sometimes for decades or even centuries. These institutions not only conserve the genetic material but also provide a safety net against catastrophic events such as natural disasters, diseases, or conflicts that could wipe out entire crop populations. In the event of such a crisis, seed banks can supply farmers with seeds that are well suited to local conditions, helping communities to recover and rebuild. Collaboration and outreach. Seed banks collaborate with various stakeholders, including farmers, researchers, and indigenous communities. They work to gather seeds that have been passed down through generations, often involving the local knowledge of farmers who have been cultivating these plants for years. Through partnerships with agricultural experts and scientists, seed banks ensure that the seeds they preserve are accurately identified, documented, and made available for research and cultivation. Additionally, seed banks often engage in outreach and education programs to raise awareness about the importance of heirloom seeds and the threats to agricultural diversity. They might organize workshops, training sessions, and public events to teach people about seed-saving techniques, the history of these seeds, and the advantages of cultivating diverse crops. Community efforts, guardians of tradition. While seed banks provide centralized conservation, community efforts operate at a grassroots level, involving farmers, gardeners, and local communities. These individuals play an essential role in the day-to-day cultivation and preservation of heirloom seeds. Local farmers and gardeners act as stewards of these seeds, growing them season after season and saving seeds from the best-performing plants. This practice involves careful observation, selection, and traditional knowledge. As they work with these seeds, they adapt to changing local conditions, helping to maintain the genetic diversity of the crops. Community initiatives often organize seed swaps, where individuals exchange seeds and knowledge. These events not only facilitate the exchange of genetic material but also foster a sense of community and shared responsibility for preserving agricultural diversity. Empowerment and sustainability. Both seed banks and community efforts empower local communities and individuals to have more control over their food systems. By maintaining access to a wide range of heirloom seeds, communities can choose crops that are best suited to their local climates and cultural practices. This self-reliance can enhance food security, reduce dependence on commercial seed sources, and promote sustainable agricultural practices. In conclusion, the collaborative efforts of seed banks and community initiatives are instrumental in preserving heirloom seeds and promoting agricultural diversity. While seed banks provide the infrastructure for long-term storage and research, community efforts ensure that these seeds remain a vibrant part of local cultures and food systems. Through the combined work of these two pillars, we can continue to nurture and celebrate the invaluable heritage contained within heirloom seeds. Looking ahead, cultivating a resilient agricultural future. As we peer into the horizon of our agricultural landscape, the preservation and cultivation of heirloom seeds hold the promise of shaping a more resilient and sustainable future. With the challenges posed by climate change, environmental degradation, and an ever-growing global population, the significance of heirloom seeds becomes even more pronounced. Climate resilience through adaptation. Heirloom seeds have stood the test of time, adapting to various climatic conditions over generations. As our planet experiences more frequent and unpredictable weather patterns, these seeds offer a crucial advantage. Their diverse genetic makeup holds the key to developing crops that can withstand extreme temperatures, droughts, floods, and other climate-related stresses. By cultivating heirloom varieties, farmers can mitigate the risks associated with climate change, ensuring a consistent food supply even in the face of adversity. Preserving genetic diversity for future challenges. The future of agriculture is uncertain, with new pests, diseases, and environmental shifts on the horizon. Heirloom seeds, with their rich genetic diversity, serve as a genetic reservoir that we can tap into to combat these unforeseen challenges. Traditional breeding techniques can harness the unique traits present in heirloom crops, creating new varieties that are naturally resistant to emerging threats. In this way, heirloom seeds act as a hedge against the vulnerabilities of monoculture and genetically uniform crops. Cultural continuity and food sovereignty. The cultivation of heirloom seeds is not just a practice in agricultural resilience, it's a celebration of cultural continuity and food sovereignty. By preserving and passing down seeds through generations, we honor the knowledge and traditions of our ancestors. These seeds connect us to our heritage, reminding us of the deep-rooted relationship between humans and the land. Additionally, the cultivation of diverse crops empowers communities with the ability to choose what they grow and eat, fostering food sovereignty and reducing dependence on external sources. Education and awareness for change. Looking ahead also involves a concerted effort to educate and raise awareness about the importance of heirloom seeds. Advocates, farmers, educators, and consumers must work together to amplify the message of agricultural diversity. Schools, community centers, and online platforms can become avenues for sharing knowledge about seed-saving techniques, the benefits of heirloom crops, and the risks associated with genetic uniformity. By instilling this awareness in future generations, we can ensure the continuation of efforts to preserve and protect heirloom seeds. Consumer choices and market demand. Ultimately, the choices consumers make have a profound impact on the direction of agricultural practices. As more people become conscious of the benefits of heirloom seeds, there is an opportunity to shift market demand towards diverse and locally adapted crops. Supporting local farmers who cultivate heirloom varieties and choosing products made from these crops can incentivize sustainable farming practices and contribute to a more diverse food system. In conclusion, the path forward is illuminated by the seeds of our past. Heirloom seeds offer not just a lifeline for sustainable agriculture, but a roadmap for navigating the challenges that lie ahead. By embracing their resilience, diversity,